Good morning, y'all. It is Thursday, and I'm on my way to class, but I figured, well, why not give my Scream 7 honest review? I saw it last night in theaters, and before I go on, this is a full spoiler review, so if you've not seen the movie, do not watch this shit. And second, if you are mad about Melissa Barrera being fired and Jenna Ortega leaving, okay, you have every right to be mad, but do not be one of those people going online saying the movie's bad when you haven't seen it just because Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega are not in it. Do not be like that. Now, as for the movie itself, I have seen a lot of people clowning on this film, calling it bad, a disgrace to the worst of the franchise. Ghostface is really bad in this. I disagree with most of this. I think, in my opinion, the Ghostface reveal, it sucks. I'll be honest. It is probably the worst in the franchise, if I'm being honest. I think that's the weakest part of this film, but really, aside from that, this is a pretty solid film. I mean, granted, with all the behind-the-scenes issues and what they were having to deal with, the fact that they were able to pull it off this well is a little surprising to me. I mean, I thought with all the drama and whatnot, this was going to be a bad film. I thought it was going to be, if I'm being honest. Even with Neve Campbell being back, I thought it was going to be like a bad film. I thought it was going to be the worst of the franchise, bottom of the barrel. No, if you want to ask where do I have it in this franchise, I have Scream 3, then 2, then 7, then 6, then 5, then 4, and then 1 at number 1. That's where I have it lower middle, but there's not a bad Scream film, personally. Now, as for this movie itself, again, the plot twist, whatever. I wish we had a better plot twist, or if they would have expanded on those characters more, so we can more so learn why. Like, one of them was abused by their, not husband, sorry. I don't know why I was struggling to blank out a word there. And the other one was just a psychiatric assistant who let out a patient who ended up being Ghostface, we'll say. I'm gonna say. The, Stu Macher theory here, y'all are shat on it all over when, like, y'all love thinking, oh my god, Stu Macher's gonna be back. Y'all, how is he surviving a TV falling on his head and electrocuting him to death? You tell me how. I don't know how he would have, but y'all can give me some theories out there. I mean, I'll listen to them. I'm not thrilled to hear them, but I thought the way they used Matthew Lillard in this film, because, spoiler alert, Stu's dead. Stu is very much so still pretty dead. They hint at him coming back a lot in this film, and then you get to the AI stuff, and you're just like, oh, bro, there's no shot in hell he's alive. And if he's alive, then fucking hell, bro. Like that would have been awesome to see Stu come back. That would be great. But y'all, he's dead, y'all. Sorry. Matthew Lillard in this is awesome. Genuine, dude, other than Neve Campbell, I think this is the best performance of the movie. This is so funny to me watching over here. Hi, Sydney. I got your daughter. I'm at her high school. Dude, it's so over the top with him to watch as AI Matthew Lillard is just trolling Sydney and the whole city at this point. It's pretty funny to watch. The McKenna Grace, I really liked her character because she says it herself in the movie. She's playing a diva, but she's not a diva. I wish we had more of her character before she gets killed off in brutal fashion. Absolute brutal fashion. But dude, the still shot of her hanging body after she is dead, dude, oh, bro. Director of cinematography, good job, dude. You absolutely nailed that. The whole scene, too, is just great, because she's strapped in to, like, this harness, and you have the other guy controlling her movement to go, like, up, down, and so he hears a noise very stupidly, and then gets his throat cut. He he dead. He done. And then Ghostface just starts fucking with her and just moving her around like a rag doll. It's really funny to watch. Just, let me down, motherfucker. And then, bro, Ghostface decides to just be an aura farmer, come out again, and then just start swinging her around and slicing her as she's swinging around. No, and then he eviscerates her as the last stab. Like, what are we doing? I didn't know Ghostface was gonna get this brutal. I mean, he was brutal in 6, but I mean, dude, at least he didn't pull out a shotgun in this film. I mean, I'll give him credit. He did not pull out a shotgun and do the most un-Ghostface thing of just, well, bam. This is not no Bruce Campbell. Speaking of which, may he get well soon. There are a couple scenes I'm watching, like specifically at the tavern, where I was watching them and, you know, Ghostface shows up, he's gonna attack him. There's a scene where this one of our main character's friends, Isabel May's character, one of her friends is making a pizza in the back. She throws it away because it's all burned up and whatnot. And then she hears a noise, and then she sees Ghostface. I deadass, there's like the kitchen. There's like a station right in front of them, right in between them. So, you know, you got her on one side, him on the other. I deadass, to all my Dead by Daylight player fans, started thinking of Dead by Daylight. Just started thinking about looping the killer, like, oh, where's the pallet at? He already broke it. I started thinking of that. Her death is also really brutal, dude. She gets thrown around and then slid into a bunch of glass mugs and then gets thrown on the floor. And it ends up with like a huge shard in her neck and it kills her. And then for the creepy friend, bro. Hey, spoiler alert, your mom's the killer. She's one of them. And then there's no shot. I think it was her because there's a later line when she's talking to Sydney that likely is making me think it was her that killed all of them there. That she picks him up, stabs his head through a, what do you call, like a pub. Like when you're at a tavern, you pull like the lever and beer pours out, something like that. Stabs it, and then, bro, his fucking head's open, and then beer and blood start pouring out like a whole beer dispenser. I'm like, dude, this is great. I thought the acting in this was some of the best of the franchise. Granted, most of the time it is for these films. The writing, dude, y'all are calling the writing bad? What's bad about it? I mean, this movie's about nostalgia, because, you know, every Scream parody talks about something else. Like, with 3, it was 4 was one of them was requels, one of them was sequels, one of them was trilogies, you know, stuff like that. This one's about nostalgia, which I will say, I wish there was more not dark comedy, but just a little more comedy here. There feels a little less than I'd want personally, like tonally wise, but it's not to say that this is like, oh, this is just so bleak, or this is like they're trying to do some Gen Alpha humor by saying like 6, 7 and skibbity and, you know, that crap. I'm glad they didn't go that route. God, that would have made this film the worst in the franchise by far. That would have easily done that. That's what it doesn't feel as a meta. Maybe it's because Scary Movie 6 is coming out and I'm so excited for that, but it doesn't have that same meta-ness I feel to it. Granted, a lot of the scenes we're watching are of Ghostface just aura farming, which we'll get to in a second. Ghostface's aura farming in this film is just the most, like, what the hell? Like, what? Okay, just why not, I guess, but a lot of the chase scenes, Ghostface is getting his ass kicked. I'm sorry. He's getting the shit rocked out of him. Isabel May throws him through a window into a store. It's the alarm going off. And let me ask y'all something. Why does no one towards the end, not towards the entire end, but like when Isabel May's character is leaving the tavern and like she just books it, why does she not call the cops? Why does Nev Campbell not call the cops? Why are we not just calling the cops? Granted, you don't know where she's going. You know where she last was. So I get that. But you know, she's somewhere in the middle of the city. Somewhere. I don't think it would be that hard I don't know, look around and find a screaming girl trying to fight a guy. I mean, now on to my last big thing, the opening scene. This is one of the best opening scenes in this franchise. This is just straight up, this is badassery, dude. The motion sensor Ghostface is pretty funny, you know, at first, and then it turns out it's actually Ghostface eventually. I will say, the girl was being so annoying at first, and dude, to my horror trivia guy played by Dylan O'Brien, I thought, it might be him, I don't know, I've not looked at the cast. Dude, you gotta be answering that Friday question right. Jason never drowned, and this dude's over here saying 11, which granted, your math was very right. You know, 1946 to 57 he drowned, 58 the murders, you know. That's smart, that is right. But Jason never drowned. No, and then their deaths are also awesome. The first dude shanked by the Ghostface that's like playing as the motion sensor, and the other girl, she puts up a great fight against him up the stairs and whatnot, ends up hanging from a chandelier, knocking him off, and him falling to the ground. And, you know, she's stuck there still hanging on for dear life, trying to just get her feet on the ledging so she can have a chance here. She almost manages to, but she can't hold on long enough. So she falls, and then Ghostface just decides to turn around and stab her. Just straight up stabs her right through the gut. And then he does the most badass, and I fucking hate you for this moment. I love you, Ghostface, but what the fuck? He burns down the Stu house. He burns Stu's house down. What the fuck? Man, that's a top 10 horror house in horror history, and you're just burning it down? What are you doing? Come on. I mean, granted, you look like a badass doing it, so I mean, I'll give you credit. I mean, you're over here just lighting the house on fire, staring at the camera with a match in your hands as you got fire going all around, and the music with it. Yo, I don't know who did this music for this film. You killed it. You absolutely lit it up. Alright, y'all, that's gonna be my 2026 Scream 7 review. I hope y'all enjoyed this film. Let me know if you liked it or if you hated it. Please, I'm curious.